up? Chris here and I'm super stoked. The team at Cat VR reached out asking if I'd like to test out their latest consumer VR treadmill, the Catwalk C2 Core. And as someone who's bought and frequently used the original Catwalk C as well as a lover of free shit, I was like, duh, give me that. So my goal is to have a little fun and do a side-by-side comparison of my two treadmills and perhaps help some people on the fence decide if it's worth buying or even upgrading from an older model, because even though it's like the most affordable VR treadmill ever made, $900 is still a lot of schmeckles. But first, let's break this thing in the only way I know how. Oh shit, here I go killing again. Whoa! Jesus Christ! Check this out, you can actually go low enough for a proper teabag. I'm sorry, Harry. Woo! Alright, check it out. This is what it feels like to be A-trained. Imagine something like that, but much faster. Gordon! Our battle shall be legendary!
You fucking donkey!
Ah! I'm sorry, but you must turn in your apron and leave the kitchen. Come at me, bro. Come at me, bro. Come at me, bro. Come on. Wow, what a pussy. Looks like someone's gotta teach Diva a lesson. Pin slap. Yeah? You want me to nerf this? You want me to nerf this? Break that ass, break that ass. You know what? Check it out, how to win lightsaber duel. Ha! Dude, distraction! What if I can like sweep the lake? Where'd he go? Where the fuck did he go? You underestimate my power! Ah! 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 You know what? Ah! I think I finally understand, Anakin! I'm stuck in the ground! So when you receive this thing, it's going to be inside a giant crate. Inside the crate, there's another big-ass box, and inside that box is all the goodies. Now, I don't know exactly how much this thing weighs, but if I had to take a guess, I'd say roughly a load. So I definitely recommend help, but if help isn't available, I found doing it piece by piece was the best strategy. Alright, so this is pretty much all the bullshit from the box. You got like the GAR support rails or whatever those are. All this kind of stuff. Hardware, they even gave you, it's nice to have it all organized like that. They even gave you like a screwdriver and everything. Installation guide. This is so you know if you're missing anything, which I'm just gonna pray I'm not because I don't want to double check all that. Alrighty, so here she is, fully erected in all her glory, and yeah, I'd say the assembly was pretty easy. Some of the instructions were, you know, but I'd say give yourself like 30 to 45 minutes. It all comes together pretty simple. I did pull out my OG model from storage so we can have a direct comparison and kind of see what's changed, and it actually seems like quite a bit. So let's take a look-see here. Starting with the base, the bases are actually pretty similar. Like, I don't notice much difference. I didn't bother putting the feet on because I'm not really going to use that one, but if you do play with it, make sure to have these on. It keeps you from tipping over, you know. Starting with this little plate here, the disc. It seems to be pretty much exactly the same. The only thing difference is this one has this little logo here. But, man, I don't know what material this is, but it's still slippery as so I think we're using the same stuff. Moving on up, you got the pillars. Pretty similar as well. And then we come to the first major change, which is this giant spire sticking out the top. And I don't know how tall this thing is, but let me see. Let's figure this out right now. If I stand behind it, let's see, I'm like what? I'm like 6'6". So boom. That puts it like just under 7 feet tall. Yeah, that seems about pretty accurate right there. No, but for real though, this change alone is actually huge and fixes one of the major issues I have with the original model. Because like here you can see we had about a foot of up and down movement, but like they had this spring in here. So whenever you were down, it always kind of felt like it was trying to pull you back up. On this model though, you just have this like smooth, there's like zero resistance. It just stays in place. It obviously goes up a lot higher than the old model, and it seems like it goes a lot lower as well. But I'm gonna go ahead and do a jump test real quick so we can actually get a side-by-side comparison to see how big the difference actually is. Alrighty, so as far as the rest of the stuff goes, the belt they're using seems to be about the same. The way they mount it's a little bit different. Like this one just has 4 screws. This one actually had a little bit of side to side like adjustability, but like unless you're built like this, like I'm not sure who would actually need that adjustability, you know. Oh yeah, also something else kind of handy is it now has a body position sensor built into the top here, so when you're walking, you go in the direction that your body's facing and not which way you're looking. Like you know how it works in real life. This thing's wireless. It charges right here, and this button is actually a quick adjust to straighten your view. So that's really handy. Just reach behind your back, everything orientates straight again. So I thought that was super cool. And yeah, as far as the rest of it, I just like how it looks. Like I think the shell looked a whole lot cooler than that block on the back. And you know, it seems to be about the same as far as like stability wise and stuff like that. All right, so I wasn't very content with that shake test, and this probably isn't recommended, but I'm going to try to make this thing tip over. Now, don't be alarmed. I'm only in this furry avatar because no one's going to care if it gets hurt. So hopefully this thing doesn't break, and I'm just going to give it some actual honest... Oh, oh, did it go up? Oh. Oh, dude, it does lift. Oh. Oh. Dude. I don't think it's gonna go down. Oh shit, I'm on the cable though. Oh yeah, one last thing. Take a look at these kicks. In my opinion, these are the single biggest improvement out of the entire thing. Like, I don't know, they almost look like some like futuristic Heelys or some shit. Like, in my opinion, boop. In my opinion, the old shoes always kind of look like clown shoes or something. And the way they worked is they had these plastic bits down here, and then you'd use that to slide on this dish. And like, as you can see, I didn't use this thing that much, and look how many scratches there are. There's always a whole lot of friction. Well, these new ones, they have these like wheels on the bottom here. So the new design, it's a whole lot quieter, and it feels a lot smoother. Not only that, like this is the sensor that tracks your foot position and all that kind of stuff. It's always kind of loose. I'm sure that doesn't help. But this thing was always a pain in the ass. I've had it pop off. If you're trying to switch this to like another family member's shoes so they can use the treadmill, it's just kind of a pain in the ass. And these new ones now, they just have you pop it in and embed it into the bottom. So it's super easy. It snaps in. You can charge it from here. And if you want to switch it to another pair of shoes or a different size, you can just pop it right out and plug it in. So I think this is a super cool upgrade and a huge win. Okay, that was fun, so let's cut to the chase. Do I think that you need this? Well, absolutely not, but in the same way you don't need a haptic vest or full body tracking. They're fun to have, but it isn't going to like change your life or anything. However, if one of these treadmills are something you've had your eye on, coming in at under $1,000, I don't think there's ever been a better time to jump on the bandwagon than now. I've had a lot of fun playing with it the last couple days, and I do think it's a really neat toy. Now, unfortunately, I never tried the C2, so I don't know about that, but when comparing it to my original model, it's definitely a huge improvement in basically every way, especially the shoes. That being said, it still suffers from some of the same issues like being a slide mill, which I think feels fine, but it's a different experience from walking and not everyone will enjoy it. Also, this thing is big and a pain to move, so you have to decide if you're willing to have this as a permanent installation in your play space. But yeah, if you've got the money burning a hole in your pocket and you just want a new toy, then it, why not? That was my thought process when I bought the first one, and I haven't been disappointed yet. I am really excited to play on this more and will likely make some interesting content within the future, so keep an eye out for that. And if you do end up buying, make sure to use my link in the description. It does give me a small kickback from Cat VR, which is a huge help for continuing to make this kind of content. Anyways, feel free to ask whatever in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Hey you see all these cool people? You see all these cool Patreon supporters? You could be here too. Just click that link, you'll go to my Patreon, you get all sorts of other cool benefits, and I'll get your name right here with the cool kid. I can have your name right here, just any second.